2 years ago, a widower with a son came to me asking me to be his woman, which I refused because I can't imagine doing my life with a widower who already has a son. But after much talking, I accepted him and also took his son as mine. I've never for one day maltreated him or starved him of food. Each time I visit them, I wash his clothes because he's just 10 years old. Things were going on well between me and him, not until he started cheating. This man cheats with reckless abandonment. I have caught him several times until one Sunday I was in his house when I heard a knock on the door. And when I opened it, it was a young lady and we exchanged greetings. So I asked who she was looking for, and she said she was looking for my man. When I asked her their relationship, she said they were colleagues, and I allowed her in only for her to go straight into his bedroom, which I stopped her from entry. Few minutes later, my mom called me and was telling me that I should not open the door for anyone because she has already called in and told him that she was on her way to his house. So the girl later left with anger. But before she left, she asked me, "Is your name Sandra?" And I said yes. About an hour later, I got a notification message from Messenger, and when I checked, it was a picture. So I opened the message only to see my man and her on bed. I was so angry. I forwarded it to my man and he started apologizing. I forgave him. He even told me that he has ended it with her. A few months later, my fiancé started behaving somehow, asking me to go to my house, which I did. He told me he wants to go and see his son because his son's still with his sister. So we spoke one Sunday morning and I tried calling him still on Sunday evening, but he didn't pick my call or return it. When I was preparing to go to work, I said let me quickly rush over to his house and carry my beds and some things. Only for me to go there, I'm seeing the same girl he told me he had nothing to do with her. And out of anger, I slapped her and I called my man and he came immediately and the girl left and I also left. Later in the evening, I came back to his house to apologize to him for harassing him, which he told me he has forgiven me and he also apologized. So a few weeks later, he broke up with me, and after some weeks, I found out that I was pregnant. I called this man immediately because he has always wanted me to get pregnant. So when I told him, he said, "All praise to God." He said he's going to take care of the pregnancy, but he will not marry me. I was so ashamed of myself. I had to reach out to his sister, and she said I can't force him out to marry me because I got pregnant for him. I've been crying. I called my brother and my friend to help me talk to him, but he's still saying the same thing. So November last year, I had a miscarriage, and when he heard about it, he said he was so ashamed of himself. He apologized to me. I will go back together again. So last month, he started misbehaving anyhow again. So I went to see him and asked him what was going on. That was when this man brought out his phone and began to play a voice note from his sister's pastor, where he was giving him prophecy. His pastor was telling him not to marry me. Since that time, he stopped calling me, telling me if I see another man, I should get married. He even told me that whatever I want, he's going to give it to me. Seriously, I'm so hot. I took care of his son like mine, and a pastor from nowhere is telling him that he married wrongly, that it will affect his son if he marries me.